We have 5 cookies here, going left to right. I'm going to hold my hand over the cookie. I'm going to call out the number. 1, 2. Now you can imagine in your head which one has the razor, but don't react. 3, 4, 5. 2 is it. 3. This one is not safe. Give her a round of applause.
Alright, I'm here with world-renowned magician and illusionist William Draven. First of all, thank you for doing this interview with us. First off, what was the first start? What made you want to get into this profession exactly?
Wow, magic is one of the earliest memories I have. 1983, David Copperfield vanished the Statue of Liberty on live television. I was in the living room watching him do this. And the minute I saw the Statue of Liberty vanish, I said, "Mommy, I want to do that." I think I was like 2, 3 years old when that took place. I got a magic kit for Christmas that year, and I wore that sucker out. And what was a hobby turned into a passion. What was a passion turned into a career.
Who are your main influences on why you do this?
Main influences, a local shout out has to go to one David Johnson. He owned Dave's Balloons and Magic here in Troy, Ohio. He was a huge influence early on. Taught me all the basics and all the sleight of hand that I know. And then moving on from him, Lance Burton, Copperfield, of course, and Penn and Teller, all 3, technically 4 if you count Teller, were all large influences in my career.
With illusion being like a supernatural, kind of mysterious act and everything, what are your true feelings or true beliefs with the supernatural world out there among us?
I believe that the supernatural world is, by law of statistics, out there. I believe in the existence of paranormal activity, ESP, supernatural entities, and alien phenomena. However, I will say that I believe what we see in popular media, be it TV, radio, books, DVDs, what is marketed via conventions and exhibits, and what we see in medium shops and fortune-telling shops across America and even worldwide for that matter, is largely commercial and isn't real or is faked for the sake of promoting and continuing an interest in the paranormal. That isn't to say that there isn't real paranormal activity that goes on, but I do believe that the majority of it can be explained with the use of psychology, science, or sleight of hand.
What would your message be to any non-believers out there and what you do, your profession at all?
I would say take everything that you see and you experience as paranormal, look at it with a logical, scientific mindset, ask yourself, is this something that I'm experiencing that I can explain? Is there a high electromagnetic field being generated from my television or my computer that's nearby that could be causing feelings of uneasiness or nervousness? Am I subject to these fields, these electromagnetic fields? Are TVs or lights on dimmer switches or auto switches? Do they turn off because the computer tells them to turn off? Is the creaking in the house because the house is settling on its foundation? Is there a draft in here because a window is open? Are my friends trying to screw with me? And if you can explain your paranormal phenomenon by going through the scientific process and you can find an answer to your question, then obviously you have to come to the logical conclusion that what you're experiencing isn't paranormal, it's purely science, it's purely psychological, and it's just a natural happenstance. However, if you do come across an experience that you can't explain, my email is draven@xomagic.com. Throw me an email. I want to hear about it.
All right, and last, What message do you have to those of Troy today? Because you, being a Trojan, you've made it big. I mean, you made it out of this small town and made something out of yourself. What message do you have to those who want to also make it big?
Follow your dreams. Don't listen to people that tell you that you can't do it, that it can't be done, because obviously it can. Prepare to put your entire heart, blood, sweat, and tears into you following your dreams and make it happen. And above all, don't give up. Keep going, keep pressing. Every failure, look at the failure, ask yourself why it failed. What did you do wrong? What can you do to make it better? And then don't be afraid to do it again. Don't take rejection as a negative thing. And don't look at opposition as evidence that you're doing something wrong. Opposition is just evidence of you doing something that's gaining attention. And it's up to you to decide what to do with that attention. Follow your heart.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Tales of the Strange Eight. I'm still your host, David Denoyer. We'd like to thank once again Mr. William Draven for giving us an awesome interview. And if you want William to come back next year and do another great show for us, you can contact him at Facebook at William Draven, or you can send him an email at waynedwizard@yahoo.com.
Warning, warning, zombies have invaded Troy. There's no use in running or hiding, because they're everywhere. A report tells us that this epidemic of the undead started when a drifter from Piqua, who was severely ill, came into Troy for some sightseeing. However, left their ill sickness all over, which has quickly spread. Special covert forces have already been sent out, as well as government agents to see if they can stop this epidemic. However, no official dent has been made in the zombie epidemic yet. It seems that these zombies want a real taste of Troy. If you see a zombie, do not approach it. Do not run away from it. Just simply stand still and hide, if you can. Zombies are now all over Troy, and they're growing in the numbers. The disease is spreading. What can we do? In times like this, we have to remember the 3 top zombie kill deadlines. 1. In order to kill a zombie, first, you must destroy the brain. 2. You must remove the head. And finally, 3. Annihilate the body. Fire does it best. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this news bite. No pun intended. Sarah trudged down the street, drawing herself into the cold Halloween night. She was on a mission to prove the legend of the lone gravestone wrong. The legend held that on Halloween, if you lit 2 candles and put your hand on the gravestone, a spirit would enter the body and filter in darkness. Sarah was a non-believer and was going to prove all the others wrong. The plan was simple. She was going to light 2 candles and stick a knife to the ground by the stone, showing everyone that she had done it. She arrived at the stone a little after midnight. She went to business lighting the candles, and then she waited and waited and waited. Finally, after 10 minutes, she felt she'd proved the legend wrong. She took out the knife and stuck it into the ground.